What's good, everyone? Just got back from the gym, just got done killing this back. Had a good session, got a good pump, making these gains. So I had a good friend come down, help me out. Okay, he came and trained with me today, so I was able to get some footage for you guys. It's a new gym that just opened in our area, so I wasn't sure if it was going to be good or anything, because you know, some gyms you go to, they just don't have a lot of good equipment and the weights aren't heavy enough and everything like that. But it was actually really nice. I actually really like the gym, so I will be training there again. It was a good back workout. It was quite a few exercises in here. So I'm gonna do a little voiceover over the clips and just show you like what I've done, give you a little bit of this, like little few tips over every exercise, what to do, what not to do. And yeah, let's get straight to the video. Let's go. Oh, there's the drink, man. Alright guys, here's the back workout. In that first clip, my mate, he knocked over my drink and it was just spilling everywhere, so I had to just rush over and pick it up. But yeah, we're starting off with one arm dumbbell rows. So like I said before in my last workout video, I like to warm up first, so I just get a nice light weight, do the warm up with my first exercise, just get that back working, let it get nice and warmed up, get some blood into the muscle. Really just, I don't feel it's good to just jump straight in a workout and just go straight into your heavy weight, you know, because then you're not going to get the full benefit of squeezing that muscle and just feeling that muscle work. So here we're going with 30 kg dumbbell, we're going for, I think it was around 10 reps, 10 to 12 reps. Just really what I like to focus on this exercise is just letting my arms stretch down as far as I can. So as you can see, there's no half rep in here. I'm letting my arms stretch out and my lats getting stretched out as I come down to the bottom. As I come up to the top, I hold it just for a second, squeeze it, and I come back down, okay? So I really do feel my back working in this movement, you know? It's a great exercise. It's a way for you to go a bit heavy. And in this second set, or this is my third set, I can't remember, I upped the weight to 32 kg, just one up a little bit because it felt a little bit easy, the 30. But something you want to try and like think about when you're doing this exercise is you want to act as if your arms are literally just the hooks, okay? So they're literally just holding on to that weight. You've got to pull through your elbows. That's the best way to get the lats engaged, okay? So don't pull up through your arm, because then you're going to be using mostly biceps. You want to try and pull up through that elbow. Act as if literally your hands, and you're just using your fingers just to hook the weight and hold the weight, okay? That's all you're using them for. Man, I look kind of crazy in this clip. Is that actually how I look when I'm lifting? I need to just look down at the bar. Yeah, that's it. Just look down, Josh. But anyway, yeah. Next exercise, I went and hit some bent over rows. I done 60 kg on the first one. Then I went up to 70 and then 80 on the last set. I basically pyramided up. So it's basically where you get the best of both worlds. You're hitting high reps as well as low reps. You're building muscle as well as strength. So you get a bit of both like that. And on the last set, on this one right here, I went for 80 kg. I think I hit about 4 reps. And then immediately after, I done a drop set. So it's another great way to get more volume in the workout. So immediately after them 4 reps, as you can see here, I'm literally stripping it down, stripping off the 10 on each side. And I think I hit it again for about 10 to 12 reps. So when you're doing a drop set, obviously your form isn't going to be absolutely perfect, especially when it's the last set of the whole exercise. So you got to really just mentally prepare yourself and just go as hard as you can, because it is a struggle to get through them last reps. You know, your arms don't want to hold that weight anymore, you know, so it's just pushing yourself really. Now we went to some pull-ups. So one of the best exercises of all time, and I'm sure a lot of people can stand by that as well. So it's a great way if you want to build that width on the back, okay? So any movements where you're pulling up, like how I'm doing in this movement, you're going to be building that width. So if you want that V kind of look, that V taper, this is going to help build that width of that back, okay? So went for 3 sets, 10 reps on each one. I'm making sure as well that I'm getting a nice deep stretch like I am on all of my back exercises. So I come all the way down and I come all the way up just to the bars above, below my chin. So nice contraction at the top and a nice stretch at the bottom. Then I went over to the lat pull down. So if you struggle to lift your own body weight and you can't actually do a pull up, I would definitely recommend you going over to the lat pull down. It's the same movement. As you can see, I'm bringing the bar down below my chin, so it's acting as if I'm doing a pull-up. I'm pulling myself up, but you can obviously adjust the weight to something that's obviously at your level and just work up to doing actual pull-ups. Pull-ups are a very important movement, and a lot of people neglect it because they can't actually pull up their own body weight. But if you can't pull up your own weight, you shouldn't really be doing all these other movements that really isolate your lats. And that's what I see a lot of people doing in the gym. You know, they do isolation movements and stuff, but if you don't even got the if you haven't got the fundamentals, the basics, you know, you really shouldn't be going for all these other advanced exercises that really isolate the back and hit it from different angles. Just stick to the basics, guys. This is the third exercise in a row where I'm actually doing a pull down movement. So it's actually a unilateral machine, so I'm actually able to work each arm independently. Because if I'm doing a pull up or I'm doing the lat pull down and you just have one straight bar, you could find that one arm's putting more than the other because one arm's stronger than the other, if that makes sense. Because you always have a dominant side. For me, my right arm's stronger than my left because I'm right-handed, so I always tend to pull more on my right arm, and that can cause muscle imbalances and you just don't get the full work of the actual movement, you know, on both sides. So doing something like this, a machine like that, is going to help with them imbalances. Each arm has to work independently. Then I moved over to the seated row with the cable machine, and I'm using a neutral grip here. And this is by far one of my favorite exercises. The contraction I get with this movement is crazy. Honestly, I get such a good squeeze with my back because that's what you get with the cable machines. But to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, for everyone, it's not that beneficial for everyone. Some people can't feel this exercise. They much rather do the bent over rows with the barbell. Whichever, you know, you feel that you're getting the most out of, that's what you should be doing. For me, it's definitely this movement. You know, I feel it so much. This is always in my routine. And here in my final set again, I done another drop set and just really taking my back to failure again. You know, as you can see here, I'm just burning out, and I think I hit another 10 reps again. So yeah, I've done 3 sets there, keeping a rep range of 10 reps. And you want to be struggling at the end of each set. You don't want to just be flying through your workouts. If you are, you're going too light. Up the weight, you know, simple. If you're only getting, let's say, 5 reps, then you need to obviously drop the weight a bit because you're going too heavy. So that's going to build more strength. So you need to stay in that sort of 8 to 10 rep range. Finally finished off with the seated row machine. I wanted to hit one more exercise, and I wanted to do a row movement because I've done quite a lot of pull-ups and, you know, them kind of variations in this workout. I hit 3 sets of 10 reps again, which I finished on this workout. So thanks for watching again, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Take care.